I was going to go on a long autobiographical piece about my experiences in Japan, my former love of Japanese culture, and my studying cults in college and encounters with cults and movements like Integral Institute and Earhart's seminar training, the Moonies Unification Church, sorry about that, Asahara Shoko, and so on and so forth, as well as my interest in existentialism and all things philosophic, the situationists and whatnot, in my youthful quest for truth and understanding and knowledge and growth. But I'm not going to do that because you don't have the time. But I did want to say a shout out to Massimo Pigliucci, who is my Stoic guide. He's a very wonderful teacher, very passionate about his subject, in love with it actually, which is what one would hope for in a teacher or a guide. He's a philosopher of science and a philosopher, a teacher in New York. I'll let you find out his credentials yourself. I'll put links in the description of this video to his Patreon, his blog, and his meetup group, and so on. I've been aware of Massimo since around 2005 when he was involved with his skeptics group in New York City, and later he had a podcast regarding skepticism and humanism and so on, secular humanism. He eventually went all in with Stoicism, and I'm glad he did because it's a fascinating subject. It's very rich. It pertains to all domains of interest. It's a wonderful way of life. And we need wisdom traditions today more than ever, because things are confusing, and as I've said over and over again, the black box of modern technological culture, if you want to call it that, is confusing. It's difficult to make sense of everything. I won't go into that again. But having something to ground you and to focus on that will help maintain your sanity and clarity of thought, that isn't, that's totally dependent on you, your efforts, your work, your participation, your practice is very important. It could be anything, whatever you like. And at my age now, at this time in history, I'm back to Marcus Aurelius and Seneca and the Stoics, and happy to know some modern Stoics who can be my guide. It's not for me, I'm not an expert to tell you all about Stoicism. So I'll let you do that on your own, and I'll just kind of fit it in here and there as I talk to you in the future. But Massimo's a great teacher. He does a lot of things online these days, as one must. I attended a course or a get-together on Meetup. We were supposed to meet in Rome in person, all of us, but we couldn't do that because of coronavirus, and we met on Zoom instead, and it was still a lot of fun, great people. I learned a lot. It's such a rich tradition, and it really is relevant. It always has been. It's totally human. And it's a joy to study, and it's probably not what you think. So find yourself a Stoic guide and have a look. Or just pick up a few books on the subject. Again, links in the description to this video. Thank you for listening. Bulianti out.